That's very exciting for us. But tonight we have something else that's very exciting, and that is that our speaker is Bob Gostischia, a retired banking professional who has become a dedicated IT security expert, offering presentations to technology groups across the United States and Canada. Since 2004, he's been an active member of a vast discussion and help forum, contributing over 47,800 interactions on security and general computer issues. Additionally, Bob is a weekly presenter for the Tech for Seniors team. Tonight, Bob's going to talk to us about cybersecurity awareness, including phishing attacks, malware, ransomware, spyware, adware. We've all heard of those, right? But what is this one? Can't wait to find out. DDoS attacks, distributed denial of service attacks, which overwhelm servers, make websites unavailable, and causing financial and reputational damage. Wow, Bob, gotta tell us about that one. Let's give a big STUG welcome to Bob Gostischia. Bob.
Good afternoon. It's nice to be back in Florida. I wish I was there in person. Presentation, although we're already in December, is still October, is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And here is its importance and why it needs to be important every month. Let me start off with a quick story. A friend of mine, one of those people who think they're too smart to get hacked, recently bragged about having the ultimate password. 1234 password. Yep, real cutting-edge stuff. He even went so far as to say, no hacker's gonna crack that. It's too obvious. A week later, he's calling me frantically saying, I think I've been hacked. So I asked him, did you change your password? He said, no, but I added a capital letter to it. So folks, if your idea of cybersecurity is changing lowercase password to password with an uppercase P, we've got a lot to talk about today. For this presentation, we'll be exploring 3 videos that depict the importance of cybersecurity awareness in every month. The first one is a general overview of cybersecurity and the importance of October being Cybersecurity Awareness Month. The second one covers cloud security, an overview of cloud security, covering Microsoft, Google, and Windows. Number 3 is the Internet of Things, a discussion about all those devices that make our life a whole lot easier. So let's get started.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. It's an annual reminder to stay safe in the digital jungle. Greetings, cyber explorers. Welcome to October, the spookiest month of the year, and not just because of Halloween. It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, a time to remind ourselves that the internet, while amazing, can sometimes be like wandering through a digital jungle. There are dangers lurking around every virtual corner, but fear not. With a bit of knowledge and the right tools, we can swing through this jungle like pros. Let's dive into the cyber underbrush and uncover how to stay safe and sound online. The dangers to watch out for. Before we arm ourselves with cyber machetes and anti-malware shields, let's identify the creatures of the cyber underworld. Phishing attacks. These crafty crooks send emails or messages that look legit but are designed to steal your information. They might masquerade as your bank, a favorite store, or even your grandma, though grandma's spelling is usually better. Phishing can come in the form of emails, text messages, or even phone calls, and often involve urgent or threatening language to trick you into providing personal information. Malware, malicious software that includes viruses, worms, and Trojans. It's like inviting a termite colony into your wooden cabin. Yikes! Malware can damage your files, steal your data, or even allow attackers to take control of your device. Common signs of malware include slow performance, frequent crashes, and unexpected pop-ups. Ransomware. Imagine a cyber pirate hijacking your ship and demanding treasure for its return. Pay up or walk the digital plank. Ransomware encrypts your files, making them inaccessible until you pay a ransom to the attackers. Even then, there's no guarantee they'll restore your data. Spyware. This sneaky software spies on your activities, gathering intel without your consent. Think of it as a nosy neighbor peeking through your blinds. Spyware can track your keystrokes, capture your passwords, and monitor your online behavior, often leading to identity theft or financial fraud. Adware. It bombards you with ads, slowing down your device. Picture a pop-up book where the pop-ups just never stop. While adware is generally less harmful than other types of malware, it can be incredibly annoying and may also track your browsing habits. DDoS attacks. Distributed denial of service attacks overwhelm servers, making websites unavailable. It's like a virtual flash mob that crashes the party. These attacks flood a website with traffic, rendering it unusable for legitimate users and often causing significant financial and reputational damage. Tools to protect yourself. Now that we know what's out there, let's gear up with the best cyber protection tools. Antivirus software. Norton, Avast, AVG, and Bitdefender are the cyber equivalent of a sturdy shield and sword. They can detect and eliminate various threats. Make your choice, but remember, only choose one. More is not better in this case. Antivirus software scans your computer for known malware, removes it, and protects you from future infections. Make sure to keep it updated regularly. If auto update is available, leave that turned on. Firewalls. Think of these as your digital moat, keeping unwanted intruders out. Windows, Mac OS, and most operating systems have built-in firewalls. Make sure they're enabled. Firewalls monitor incoming and outgoing network traffic, blocking suspicious activity and unauthorized access. VPNs, virtual private networks. Tools like NordVPN, Avast SecureLine VPN, and ExpressVPN create a secure tunnel for your data, perfect for those who value privacy, like secret agents or anyone using public Wi-Fi. VPNs encrypt your internet connection, making it difficult for hackers to intercept your data and providing anonymity online. Password managers. Tools like Bitwarden, Dashlane, and 1Password help you create and store complex passwords, because password 123 just doesn't cut it anymore. Password managers generate strong, unique passwords for each of your accounts and store them securely, so you only need to remember one master password. Passkeys. Passkeys, a new form of passwordless authentication. They work by creating a unique pair of cryptographic keys, a public key that's stored on the website or app, and a private key that stays on your device. When you want to log in, your device confirms your identity, often using biometric like Face ID or Touch ID, and the two keys work together to grant you access without needing to type in a password. Two-factor authentication adds an extra layer of security by requiring a second form of verification. It's like a second lock on your door. Burglars be gone. 2FA typically involves something you know, a password, and something you have, a phone or security token, making it much harder for attackers to access your accounts. Best practices to follow. Now, let's talk strategy. Here are some best practices to keep you out of the cyber trap. Keep software updated. Always update your software and operating systems. Those updates often patch security vulnerabilities. It's like getting a new and improved lock on your door. Enable automatic updates whenever possible to ensure you're protected against the latest threats. Use strong passwords. Avoid the obvious. Combine letters, numbers, and symbols. If your password is password or 123456, we need to have a serious talk. A strong password should be at least 12 characters long and avoid common words or phrases. Consider using a passphrase, a series of random words strung together. Be wary of links and attachments. Don't click on anything suspicious. If an offer sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Remember, no Nigerian prince is going to send you millions. Verify the sender's email address and look for telltale signs of phishing, such as poor grammar or unusual requests. Back up your data. Regularly back up your important data. If ransomware strikes, you'll be able to restore your system without paying the cyber pirates. Use both local backups, like an external hard drive, and cloud backups for redundancy. Schedule backups to occur automatically so you don't forget. Educate yourself and others. Knowledge is power. Stay informed about the latest threats and share this knowledge. If you can teach grandma to use email, you can teach her about phishing too. Follow cybersecurity blogs, attend webinars, and participate in training sessions to stay up to date. All devices, all operating systems. The digital jungle doesn't discriminate. It's out to get all of us, whether we're using Windows, Mac OS, iOS, Android, or even a smart toaster. Here's how to stay safe across all platforms. Windows. Use Windows Defender. Keep Windows Update active and be cautious with downloads. Windows Defender is a robust built-in antivirus solution that provides real-time protection. Regularly scan your system and enable advanced threat protection features. Mac OS. Enable the firewall. Use Gatekeeper to block apps from unknown developers and consider additional antivirus software. Mac OS is known for its security, but it's not immune to threats. Gatekeeper helps prevent malware by allowing only trusted apps to be installed. iOS, Android. Only download apps from official stores, App Store or Google Play. Check app permissions and update regularly. Mobile devices are prime targets for attackers. Review app permissions to ensure they're not accessing more data than necessary. Use mobile security apps for added protection. Smart devices, IoT. Change default passwords, update firmware, and consider setting up a separate network for smart devices. Many IoT devices come with weak default passwords that are easy to hack. Regularly check for firmware updates to patch vulnerabilities. Isolating smart devices on a separate network can prevent a compromised device from affecting your main network. In conclusion, Cybersecurity Awareness Month is the perfect time to take stock of your digital safety. Think of it as fall cleaning for your cyber life, but with fewer dust bunnies and more malware scans. Stay alert, use the right tools, and follow best practices to ensure your journey through the digital jungle is a safe one. Remember, the internet is a wonderful place when you know how to navigate it. Happy Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and may your digital travels be secure and scam-free.
Next, we're going to cover cloud security, an overview, a closer look at Microsoft's OneDrive, Google's Google Drive, and Apple's iDrive.
A closer look at Microsoft, Google, and Apple's storage solutions. Let's dive into a detailed comparison of Microsoft's OneDrive, Google Drive, and Apple iCloud, focusing on storage capacity, pricing, security features, and overall value. Microsoft OneDrive, storage plans and pricing. Free plan, 5 gigabytes of storage. Microsoft 365 Personal, $6.99 per month or $69.99 per year for 1 terabyte of storage, plus access to Office apps. Microsoft 365 Family, $9.99 per month or $99.99 per year, offering 1 terabyte per user for up to 6 users. That's a total of 6 terabytes, plus access to Office apps. OneDrive key features. Office integration. Seamless integration with Microsoft Office apps for easy document creation and editing. Version history. Access to previous versions of files for up to 30 days. File sharing. Share files and folders with customizable permissions and expiration dates. Security encryption. Files are encrypted at rest and in transit. Two-factor authentication, 2FA, available to add an extra layer of security. Personal Vault, a protected area within OneDrive with extra security measures like identity verification for access. OneDrive pros and cons. Pros: strong integration with Microsoft Office, affordable family plan, robust collaboration tools. Cons: limited free storage, potential for cluttered interface. Google Drive, storage plans and pricing. Free plan, 15 gigabytes shared across Google Drive, Gmail, and Google Photos. Google One plans. 100 gigabyte, $1.99 per month or $19.99 per year. 200 gigabyte, $2.99 per month or $29.99 per year. 2 terabyte, $9.99 per month or $99.99 per year with family sharing options. Google Drive key features. Integration with Google Workspace. Includes Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides for document collaboration. Backup and sync. Easily back up and sync files across devices. Search and AI features. Powerful search capabilities with AI assistance to find files quickly. Security encryption. Data is encrypted in transit and at rest using 256-bit AES encryption. Two-step verification adds an extra layer of protection. Advanced data protection offers security alerts and suspicious activity detection. Google Drive pros and cons. Pros: generous free storage, strong collaboration features, robust search capabilities. Cons: storage shared across multiple services, privacy concerns due to data collection. Apple iCloud storage plans and pricing. Free plan 5 gigabytes of storage. iCloud Plus plans 50 gigabytes, 99 cents per month. 200 gigabytes, $2.99 per month. 2 terabytes, $9.99 per month with family sharing options. Well, iCloud key features. Full ecosystem integration, seamless integration with Apple devices and apps like Photo, Mail, and Calendar. iCloud Drive stores documents and keeps them updated across all Apple devices. Family sharing. Share storage with up to 6 family members. Security encryption. Data is encrypted in transit and at rest, with end-to-end encryption for some data types, like passwords. Two-factor authentication. Strong security feature available for all Apple IDs. Privacy. Apple emphasizes user privacy with limited data collection and strong security protocols. iCloud pros and cons. Pros: excellent integration with Apple devices, privacy-focused, affordable pricing. Cons: limited free storage, less appealing for non-Apple users. Cloud storage recommendations. Best for Microsoft users. Microsoft OneDrive offers excellent value for those already using Microsoft Office products, with strong collaboration tools and robust security features. The family plan is particularly cost-effective. Best for Google ecosystem. Google Drive is ideal for those deeply integrated into Google's ecosystem, offering generous free storage and powerful collaboration tools. It's great for users who prioritize seamless access to Google Workspace apps. Best for Apple users. Apple iCloud is the best choice for users within the Apple ecosystem, providing seamless integration with Apple devices and strong privacy protections. It's particularly appealing for those who prioritize privacy and use multiple Apple devices. Conclusion: all 3 services offer competitive features, but the choice depends largely on your existing ecosystem and specific needs. For those seeking the best value and integration with productivity tools, Microsoft OneDrive provides a well-rounded offering. Google Drive is a strong contender for users who want robust collaboration features and more free storage. Apple iCloud excels for those invested in Apple's ecosystem and prioritize privacy. Stay safe, stay secure, and I hope to see you start using the cloud service of your choice for the added convenience it offers to all users.
Last but certainly not least, we're going to delve into the Internet of Things, covering all those devices that make our life a whole lot easier.
Navigating the challenges of the connected world. Welcome to the world of the Internet of Things, where everyday objects are connected to the Internet, communicating with each other and making our lives easier. From smart refrigerators that tell you when you're out of milk, to wearables that monitor your health, IoT devices are transforming how we live, work, and play. But with great convenience comes great responsibility, especially the responsibility to secure these devices from cyber attacks. Why IoT security matters. Imagine a world where your coffee maker, thermostat, and even your car can be hacked. It sounds like a sci-fi movie, but it's a reality in our increasingly connected world. IoT devices, while incredibly convenient, often come with security vulnerabilities. These can range from weak passwords and lack of encryption to outdated software and unsecured network connections. The stakes are high. Compromised IoT devices can lead to data breaches, financial loss, and even physical harm. The growing challenge. The challenge of securing IoT devices is growing as their numbers skyrocket. According to estimates, there will be over 30 billion connected devices by 2025. Each device is a potential entry point for cybercriminals, making IoT security a critical concern for individuals, businesses, and governments alike. Let's delve into best practices for IoT security. Securing IoT devices might seem daunting, but following some best practices can significantly reduce the risk of cyber attacks. Here's how you can avoid, protect, and recover from IoT security threats. Number 1, avoidance. Preventing security issues before they arise. Research before purchase. Not all IoT devices are created equal. Before buying, research the manufacturer's reputation for security. Look for devices with regular software updates and robust security features. Secure your network. Your home or business network is the gateway to all your IoT devices. Ensure your Wi-Fi network is secured with a strong password, and encryption such as WPA3 or better is recommended. Consider setting up a separate network for your IoT devices to isolate them from your main network. Change default settings. One of the easiest ways for hackers to gain access to IoT devices is through default usernames and passwords. Always change default settings to unique, strong passwords. Disable unnecessary features. Many IoT devices come with features that you might not use, such as remote access. Disable any features that are not necessary to reduce the attack surface. Number 2, protection. defending your devices against attacks. Regular updates. Keep the firmware and software of your IoT devices up to date. Manufacturers release updates to patch vulnerabilities and improve security. Use strong, unique passwords for each IoT device. Use strong, unique passwords that combine letters, numbers, and special characters. Consider using a password manager to keep track of them. Enable multi-factor authentication. If available, enable MFA on your IoT devices. This adds an extra layer of security by requiring a second form of verification, such as a code sent to your phone. Monitor your devices. Regularly check the activity of your IoT devices. Look for unusual behavior, such as unexpected changes in settings or increased network traffic, which could indicate a security breach. Number 3, recovery. Responding to and recovering from security incidents. Have a plan. Prepare a response plan for IoT security incidents. This should include steps to isolate affected devices, change passwords, and contact the manufacturer for support. Backup data. Regularly backup data from your IoT devices. In case of a security breach, having backups can help you restore your systems quickly. Reset devices. If you suspect a device has been compromised, reset it to factory settings. This can remove malware and other security threats. Stay informed. Keep up with the latest IoT security news and updates. Cybersecurity is a constantly evolving field, and staying informed can help you anticipate and mitigate new threats. Conclusion: the proliferation of IoT devices offers incredible convenience and innovation, but it also introduces new security challenges. By following best practices for avoidance, protection, and recovery, you can significantly reduce the risk of cyber attacks and enjoy the benefits of a connected world safely. Stay safe, stay secure, and remember, in the world of IoT, security is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay secure.
I invite you to visit my YouTube channel and to follow Huey and myself and the rest of the gang on Tech for Seniors, Mondays and Thursdays. If you have questions, now's a good time to ask. Let's hope that I have the answers. Don't be shy, I don't bite. Huey, your hand's up and you're muted.
Thank you for both. Yes, IoT devices. A lot of people may not understand what that is or don't know, but if you bought an LG washing machine, for instance, there's a good possibility it's one of those IoT or smart devices. There's ways to connect to it and know what your laundry's doing. Some of the newer refrigerators are IoT devices. I've got a lot of lights that I have plugged into Belkin smart plugs that I can turn on and off using my Miss A. And just by saying turn on a light or turn off a light, it'll do it. And all of these devices are connected to your system and can be broken into or compromised if you're not careful. And so you do have to be careful with those things.
One of the reasons why the suggestion is to set those devices up on a separate or a guest network. In my house, there's a guest network for people that come and visit and need Wi-Fi access. So they don't have access to my information. Who knows? I might get a visitor who's a hell of a lot smarter than I am and would like to break in and see what's on my system. Well, they can't do that because they don't have access to it. They're on a guest network. My IoT devices are also on the guest network.
There's a lot of the people that are on here don't normally work with networks and may not understand how to set up a guest network. Is there a good way for them to find out or find ways to be able to do that easily?
Two things. Find out who is your internet service provider. Check with them if you're using their modem router, usually a modem router combination. Make sure that it has provisions for a guest network, and they can help you set it up if you can't. Another thing is you could also look at your model number for your modem router and go to Google and do a search for setting up a Wi-Fi guest network.
Yeah, I've noticed that almost any device, if you do a search for that particular model number and mention the device, you will find that you can get a copy of the user manual. More and more devices are coming with just little pieces of paper that fold, and those of us whose eyesight is not what it used to be have to have a magnifying glass even to read it. And what I like to do, and I just did it for something I received yesterday, I went ahead and found the user manual and printed it out, and I've got full sheets, 8.5 by 11 sheets for each of the pages. And so I'm able to read and understand the directions.
If you can't read something, a quick little suggestion is take out your phone, take a picture of it, and then you can make it bigger, as big as you'd like. I've done that quite often. I needed something from my stove and they needed the serial number. Well, who the heck can read that stuff? So taking a picture solved the problem.
Same thing for finding the model number of, say, a piece of equipment. Just put it in the back of one of the devices where you can't get your head back there. Put your phone back there, click the button, and then bring it around. You might have to turn it upside down, but you can get the little tag that has all that information easily, and then have that. And then not only that, but put it in your password manager so you don't have to look it up again.
Right. You can do one other thing, Huey. With AI now, you can send it the picture and tell it to turn that into text. Because then you don't have to type it. It's right there. You can copy and paste it. Another reason why AI should be your friend. Anyone else have a question?
You were talking about or they were talking about pop-ups earlier, and those, I think you covered that very well, that most of them are phishing, and they want you to call a particular number that's not Microsoft or is not whatever they say they are. And they want
call
to
a number, click on the link.
Yeah, and then they'll want to connect to your computer and take a look at it. And then they want to charge you money. And so just be very, very careful. Be very leery.
Huey, I put my hand up.
Yep.
Yes, Margaret, go ahead.
Okay. One of the things that happened to my sister a little while back and happened to me recently was that I was all of a sudden working on my computer. All of a sudden, this alert came out with a blasting noise that told me that you know, that I'm having a problem and I got to call this number, you know. And of course, I tried Control Alt Delete and it did not work. I tried a few other things. Finally, I unplugged the machine and it lost power, so therefore they were gone. But you can't do that. You can't call that number. That's the worst thing you can do, because all of a sudden you're part of the FBI. You know, something strange happens. So be aware.
Remember, those people are also very, very good at their job.
Yep.
When you call them, they'll call in other people. They become so believable that lots of people fall for it.
Right.
And us seniors are trusty souls. We can't be trusty souls anymore.
Well, but
We
the hard
need to-
part is getting it off your computer. You don't want to leave it open, so you've got to be able to take the power away so that at least
Right.
it goes down. So think
That's
about
correct.
plugging it, and taking the power down.
Phil, are you raising your hand?
You're muted, Phil.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, Bob, that's very interesting that all the connected devices you can have. And I guess in theory, as you bought anything new, you could just add it to the internet. But the question I have is, where do you draw the line between what devices you put on and what you leave off from a vulnerability standpoint?
What becomes more important, the convenience or the fact that you're sharing stuff you really shouldn't be sharing? And that's where every person has to make their own decision. Is the convenience, does it outweigh the privacy or not?
Well, some of us, you know, if we're used to doing manual control, like shutting off lights or knowing how long the washing machine's going to run and when to go in and take the clothes out or whatever, then having a voice or some kind of alert to tell you that has happened may be a very small convenience, considering that yet you have yet another device on the internet that's potentially vulnerable to be hacked.
Whole life is a risk, Phil, from the time we get up in the morning until we go back to bed. So, you know, someplace you have to decide what is what is important to you in your life. And I'm involved in cybersecurity, and I know lots and lots of folks. It takes them 20 minutes to go to a website because they run it through all kinds of filters. I'm sorry, that's not my life. I want to enjoy what time I have left. But yeah, I will not install an app for a device that asks for everything, including my grandmother's name. Okay? You only grant access to the things it needs in order to perform its job. The second an app asks for more than that, it's not an app that'll get onto my phone or my computer or anywhere else. That goes also for the apps that control your devices. I bought one of those nice little cheap smart watches that came from China, and the watch itself was fine, but the app that you needed in order to control that device, it wanted every last little bit of information that was on my smartphone. Had no right to it, didn't need it, but if you wanted to use it, that's what you needed. I gave the watch away to somebody else with the caveat, when you install this and its app, you're giving away your life. It's up to you to decide whether you want to do that.
Well, that's true. I've experienced the same kind of thing. So
Yep.
Thanks for the input there.
Anyone else? If not, thanks for having me. I'm going to go have dinner. And I'll see
any
a lot
final-
of you tomorrow.
Bob, what a fantastic presentation. Thank you so much for being here tonight and informing all of us on things that we all thought we knew, but we really don't. And it's
have
always
to-
good to be reminded. Thank you so much for being here.
And we have to be
Tom has his hand
reminded.
up.
Yeah, Tom?
Yes, I got this is concerning Microsoft Defender, and every now and again I'll get a email from and says, "Hi Tom, discover how Microsoft Defender has recently helped protect you and your devices and take action to improve your security." And it comes from, and then it had some other things here, protected my devices, and it goes through different things here. They
Does it
actually,
have links?
Microsoft
And where
actually
is it
sent
coming
me.
from?
Microsoft.
Okay.
Have you heard of anything like that?
Well,
Yesterday?
Microsoft is constantly updating its Defender and the protection, and it's greatly increased its ability to actually be an antivirus that is worth having.
But this is a memo. This is an email to specifically me.
Are you running
Yes.
Defender?
Yes, I
Okay.
am. I
Are
have.
you signed in with a Microsoft account?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Office 360. I'm getting from Office 365.
Correct. That's correct. That's their marketing. Someplace along the line in there, there's still something they want to sell you.
Ah, more stuff. So this is adequate. I mean, I shouldn't be worried about this. I don't see why I should, because I just checked the address and it says
Right. It is
Microsoft.com.
Microsoft. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm special. You get special stuff from Microsoft.
And as a reminder, Ann and I were talking earlier, the first Wednesday of January is January 1st. And so we will not meet that day. We will meet a week later in January, on January 8th. And so those of you who have it in your calendar, the first Wednesday of every month in January, it will be the second Wednesday of January.
Thank you.
And with that,
Thank you, Huey,
anything
for
final,
reminding
Ann?
everybody. I just want to say, hope you all have a wonderful, safe holiday season, and we will see you next year. Enjoy the rest of the season. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Huey. Anything else to go ahead?
Yeah, hopefully we'll see them next Tuesday.
For the lunch.
Yep,
Oh,
for our
that's right.
lunch.
For our luncheon, which is next Tuesday. That's
Tuesday.
right. The
Yep.
10th of December
That's
at
right.
Turtle Rock. And if you haven't signed up, please sign up now. There's still time.
And
And
those,
I know the link is in your email somewhere.
yeah,
Here
and those
you
of you
can
who are in Canada and other cold places, it's supposed to be warmer next week here. So we should be back in the 70s and maybe 80s.
That
Huey,
was very nice of you to remind me.
you can
Happy
send
New
me a
Year.
plane fare. Make it first class though.
Okay.
Will do. Again, thank you all for coming. Have a great season.
And thanks, Barbara and Margaret Jean, for being on the board, and congratulations. And our next board meeting is Monday.
Monday.
And I will be sending out the link for all of you. All right.
Huey.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.